Hey guys, it's Caroline at White Wolf Mystic. So I'm going to go ahead and do the November reading for the zodiac signs. Before I jump into the reading for the specific signs, I want to just briefly touch on what's going to be going on this month, astrologically speaking, and the energies that we'll be working with. If you don't want to watch this, feel free to just view the timestamps below and jump to your reading, okay? So basically, we are in Scorpio season right now. We'll be in Scorpio season until the 22nd of November. So Scorpio season is represented by the Death card in tarot. So if you look closely, this card is really about endings. It's a crossing. It's Mercury retrograde, y'all. I can't atone for any, mistakes of speech I may make. So it's a crossing over of a threshold. And so it's not just death in terms of physical death. It's death of a season, right? We're moving into the end of autumn, into winter. We're also shedding projects that may have been started at the beginning of the year. They're coming to a conclusion. On the other side of death is always rebirth. So it is a growth period. It is the conclusion right before a new beginning, right? And here we have in the background this gate or portal here in the back, which is leading to illumination and a fresh start, right? So whatever we are shedding in Scorpio season or letting go of or growing out of is making space for a new birth and illumination. And one of my favorite death cards of all the decks I work with is this one from the Shadowscapes Tarot, because it shows a phoenix, right? In order to become a stronger, more powerful animal, he has to burn up into flames and then reduce himself to ashes so that he can grow out of the ashes into something new and stronger and more powerful, okay? So that is kind of the phase we're all going through in Scorpio. It is a time of reflection, of turning inward, spending time with family. With this Mercury retrograde, Mercury gestation retrograde on October 31st, it'll be retrograde until the 20th of November. It's really a time to not focus so much on the external world and on productivity, and more focusing on the internal world and reflecting on our values, what's important to us, tapping into our psychic abilities, because Mercury retrograde is in Scorpio. So Scorpio is all about psychic abilities, psychological depth, healing, emotional healing, and just uncovering what's been hidden or hiding so that it can be healed, okay? And then we have Neptune stationing direct towards the end of this month, and that is going to bring about whatever intuitive development we've been working on this month. It's going to heighten that, and we'll be able to process things a little bit more clearly in terms of intuition goes, because Neptune is also the planet of delusion. So some things may be brought to light during this Mercury retrograde and when Neptune stations direct, so that we can proceed forward the rest of the year and going into next year with heightened intuitive abilities and a stronger sense of faith, okay? So for these readings, I am feeling called to go with a more Halloween theme, since I am recording this on Halloween, and we have Samhain, All Hallows Eve, and the Day of the Dead over the next few days. So I'll be doing these readings with some more Halloween themed cards. I'm going to be using the Everyday Witch Tarot with this, as well as the Halloween Tarot, and then some other oracle cards. And I will post below in the comments or in the description the names of all of these cards that I'll be using. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so water signs. I'm going to start with Scorpio since we are in your season currently. Let's take a look at what the theme is going to be for you guys in November. What is Scorpio going to be working with in November? What are you transforming? Since Scorpio season is all about transformation. Okay. We have acceptance. Let me pull the Lenormand card. What area of life are we transforming for Scorpio? The moon. Okay, I really like this because I'm getting acceptance, and the moon is about cycles. So a cycle is coming to a close for you, Scorpios, since this is the death season. You guys are ruled by the death card. It's also the beginning of a new cycle. So I'm getting acceptance of the natural flow of things and what is being shed or let go of. The moon is also our emotions. It rules our emotions and our intuition. So what I'm getting with this is, for Scorpios, we're learning how to really trust our intuitive abilities, our intuitive nudges, and accepting your powerful emotions, right? Because you may not always show your emotions on the outside, but you do feel things very intensely, right? Your experience in life is one of heightened intensity compared to others. And so it's learning to accept that, accepting that's a part of you and it's your gift that you have to offer the world. It's processing your emotions and getting to the bottom of things, getting to the root of them, and making sense of why things are happening or how you can transmute pain or suffering or experience. This is what you have to contribute to the greater collective, and the rest of us need to learn these lessons. We need to hear it from you. So acceptance of the cycles in your life that are beginning or ending, as well as the power of your emotions and how you process things emotionally and psychologically. Okay, so what else do we have going on in November? Okay, 10 of Imps. This is 10 of Wands. So again, I'm getting that we may be feeling overwhelmed, Scorpio, this month with all the projects that we have going on, or perhaps you are really devoted to your relationships and you may be feeling overwhelmed at this time. A lot of pulls on your attention from people. Perhaps some of these projects or relationships are falling to the wayside. So again, what I'm getting with this is to not take on too much. Don't take on more than you can handle, right? Because we're trying to get into the acceptance phase, into the surrender phase. And listening to your emotions, right? Don't drain yourself. Trust when you are feeling overly exhausted that that's your body's way of saying to take a step back, to reassess or reprioritize. Okay, some things or some people may fall to the wayside this month, and try and trust in the natural flow of things, that if it is falling to the wayside, it's because it's a cycle that is ending, and maybe it'll get picked up again later. But you know, don't take on too much. Don't overwhelm yourself this month, Scorpio. By the way, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Scorpios. This is your month. This is your time to shine. All right, what else we have going on in November? I'm gonna pull a few cards. I'm not surprised that came out. Of course we have the Death card came out for you guys, because this is your card in the tarot. I love this representation because it's not so much about physical death. It's just a cutting of cords, right? Cutting something loose. Cutting something loose that is no longer serving you, right? Because we saw it here. We're being overwhelmed. There's too many that we're trying to take on, and some things are going to fall to the wayside, and it's cutting loose what isn't serving you anymore. So ending a cycle. Ending a cycle with someone or a situation. Being willing to cut out what is really holding you back, because there are too many demands on your time and energy this month. Your time and energy is precious, and you got to learn to prioritize, right? Accepting that you can't do it all. We've also got Ace of Cups and Five of Swords. So what I'm getting from this is this has to do with a relationship, okay? This could be someone that you work with. This could be a family member or a personal relationship that you're experiencing. But to focus on, like, this is a card of drama to me. This is a card of drama, lies, deception, just not good. Not good energy. And you know it. You know it, you feel it. Listening to your emotions and your intuitive abilities. Something has to go. You got to cut somebody or something out of your life. It doesn't have to mean permanent, although let's be honest, if it's Scorpio, it might be permanent. But there's some definitely deceitful, negative, jealousy, envy energy going on here in your surroundings and your environment, and you got to cut that loose because it's sapping your energy. This is about self-love, self-care. It's also a possible new relationship or a new opportunity, a relationship that's blossoming, or a creative project that you're working on. And this is the space you want to be in. This is a space of joy, of flow, of creative flow, of nourishment, right? Of love. Feeling in love with someone, or in love with whatever you're creating. But you can't be there in that space if we've got this stanky situation going on. Okay, so you got to cut it out. You got to prioritize. You got to do it, because you're not standing fully in your power until you have the time, energy, and creativity to really focus on what's making you come to life this month. All right, so that is Scorpio. Let me close out with a couple of messages from Spirit. Your commitment is being tested. I know that has to do with this. So let me just pull a clarifying card. I think I know what that means, but I don't want to assume. Oh my gosh. Here we go again. 5 of Imps, 5 of Wands. So now we have 2 5s here. So you guys are really in an energy of transformation. Of course you would be, because this is transformation season and that is what you guys are good at. So you are really being called to transform something, to transform this drama, this challenging energy, this competition, this friction and tension into something productive, something of worth, of value, a relationship, creative project, something that really fulfills you. Okay, so it could be that some of this struggle is divinely guided. It's Spirit's way of saying fight for what you want. You know, you might have to fight for what you want. But to me, with this, what I'm also getting is that something has to go. So if we are in this struggle state this month, Scorpio, you can't do it all, right? You can't make all of it happen. You can't keep everyone happy. You can't fulfill all of your promises to people. And you have to prioritize these creative energies, the people in your life that you love, or this new love, new project, new relationship, new situation. So cutting some things out that aren't serving you anymore, because your commitment to what is serving you is being tested, and you may have to make a choice. It sounds like it's going to be a choice. You're gonna have to cut something out in order to make space, creative, energetic space for this, because right now we're drained. Okay, let me get one last message from Spirit. Reclaim your power. I love this. This is a shadow animal, and I often associate this card with Scorpio and the Death card. I love Black Panther. He's one of my power animals. Yeah, something is sucking your power away. Something is taking up your time, your mental energy, and it is causing you to lose sight of what's most important to you, or it's draining your energy and preventing you from engaging in your creative projects or engaging in your important relationships. So this is a test. This is a, hello. This is a trial, right? This cycles need to end. Some things need to end so that your commitment to what is important to you can be strengthened. And so trust your intuition, listen to your emotions, and trust where you're being sapped of your energy and where you'd rather spend your energy. And you may need to cut some things loose, okay? So just accept that something is not serving you anymore. Make peace with it and cut it out. All right, that is your reading, Scorpios. Hope you enjoyed that. Enjoy your birthday season. All right, moving on to Pisces. What do we have going on for Pisces in the month of November? What are we transforming in the month of November? Okay, strength. So let me get a Lenormand to go with that. All right, we have the locket. The locket is cherishing, promises, family, tenderness. So this is a 10. Number 10 is about endings, ending of a cycle. So I'm seeing that we may be coming to a close or wrapping up a cycle, Pisces, in November. And it's a cycle that is strengthening you, that is leading to greater inner strength as pertains to what is most precious to you and your relationships, okay? So November is going to be about strengthening your core, strengthening your inner being, and strengthening your commitment to that which you care most about. So let me pull some additional cards to go with that. The World card. This is a card of self-mastery. This is a card of completion, that you have learned your lessons and you're entering a new phase in your personal development where you've become stronger and wiser. You've acquired the skills, the wisdom that you need to move on to the next level. So this is kind of a wrapping up of a cycle for you, Pisces, that is contributing to your strength and strengthening your values and that what is most important to you. So let me get a few tarot cards to go with this. Witchy tarot cards. Okay, so we have Three of Cups. This is definitely a card of friendship, of social connections, of joy, creativity through collaborations with others. I also have another Three of Pentacles. So with this, I'm getting community. We are focusing on creativity and self-expression this month. Okay, so this month is really a card about strengthening your identity, strengthening your creativity through your collaborations with others. Okay, and then I have Knight of Swords. So I want to pull a couple clarifying cards to go with that, because Knight of Swords could mean a few different things. Okay, so I'm getting, this is a messenger. This is a message that may come for you this month, Pisces. An opportunity perhaps to engage in a creative project, or an opportunity to express yourself, because we have these threes. So it may be a challenge where you're going to have to assert yourself or state what you want. Right, because whenever we're in this energy of completion and self-mastery, then comes a trial, right? There's always going to be a trial, right? We've acquired the skills, we've gone to knighthood training, and then once we've been trained in knighthood, then we have to go fight the dragon, right? That's the trial to prove your skills. So I'm seeing that there may be a trial here in November for you that is going to enforce whatever skills you've learned up until now, and it's going to kind of be an opportunity for you to test your mettle. Okay, because then we have King of Wands and Queen of Ghosts. So both of these cards are cards of passion and inspiration. So again, I'm getting creativity. This is definitely a card of following our passion and our calling, really. And Queen of Ghosts, this is Queen of Cups, is a card of nurturing, creativity, and intuition. So there's definitely going to be possibly some individuals, whether this is a parent, an employer, these could be people in your life specifically that are going to represent part of the challenge. Or this could just be part of yourself that's going to be challenged, and you're going to have to prioritize your intuition and your creativity. So it's going to be a bit of a message or an opportunity where you're going to have to assert yourself or assert your needs or speak up for what you want, okay? And that's part of wrapping up your lessons, so to speak. Creativity and self-expression. These are the themes. Creativity and self-expression. Okay, and that's what's going to strengthen you. That is what's going to be in alignment with your values. Maybe even speaking up for someone that you love or care about. But there's definitely going to have to be some kind of, not like literal battle, but you're going to have to stand up for that which you believe in. for your own self-expression, for your ideas, for the people that you care about. Okay, so let me get a couple messages from Spirit to close out this reading for Pisces. Step out of your comfort zone. Speak up for yourself, speak up for what you want, speak up for those that you care about. Okay, a little bit of a trial by fire, testing your self-mastery and the lessons that you've learned. And they're going to make you stronger. Okay, one last message. Think on your feet. Think on your feet. So maybe even channeling Fox Spirit this month, or meditating on Fox Spirit, because Fox Spirit is very quick-witted, right? He can adapt, highly adaptable animal, very smart, very cunning. So again, there's going to be some kind of message or opportunity or conversation or argument or possible conflict where you're going to have to really just trust your gut, trust your intuitive impulses. Both of these cards, the King of Wands and the Queen of Cups, are very much in alignment with their intuition, their emotional intelligence, and their gut feelings. Okay, so that's what's going to get you through November. Whatever these trials are, just trust in the moment that you know what to do, have faith in yourself, and then that will help to close out the cycle and focus on your own creativity and self-expression. Okay, and that will help make you stronger. All right, Pisces, you can do it. Last, the water signs, but not least, Cancer. What are we transforming in November? Okay, we have triggers. Let me see specifically what these have to do with. The fox. This is interesting. One of the spirit animals I just pulled for Pisces is the fox. So for some of you, this may be very specific if you have a Pisces in your life. You may be triggered by this person or individual, but the fox also represents treachery, deception. This also represents employment, so it could have to do with an employment situation, but this is like, I feel like this is associated with Mercury retrograde, because Mercury stationing retrograde now and until November 20th, it's going to bring light on secrets, shed light on secrets, lies, deception. It's going to bring everything to light. So perhaps for you, Cancer, something is going to come to light that is a trigger for you. You might get defensive. You may discover something about someone in your life that, you weren't perceiving correctly, or some lies may come to the forefront. So I'm seeing that this is something we're going to be working on in the month of November. Let me pull some clarifier cards. Okay. All right, so we have Six of Imps, which is Six of Wands. With this, I'm getting to be a little mindful of our ego this month. That's what's going to be triggered. There is going to be a lot of very sensitive Scorpio energy. I know Cancers are very sensitive. You are highly, highly intuitive, and your emotional intelligence is very high. But with that sensitivity comes triggers, right? If someone is taking advantage of you, or they're not being considerate of you, or perhaps they say something that's hurtful. With this, I'm getting to be mindful of your ego. Try not to snap in anger. Take a moment, take some time to go back and to go inward and to reflect, to journal, meditate before you speak up. This is also being mindful of someone else's ego. If someone else is in this fox energy and they are just singing their own praises, or they're just like flaunting their trophies or their accolades or their success, being mindful of that, and trust your intuition, because you're highly intuitive, because there's definitely some deception going on this month with people in your surroundings, or this could even be self-deception. So paying attention to the lies that you may tell yourself. We all do it, okay? Pay attention to ego and arrogance this month. Just be aware. Let me pull a few more cards. A few more tarot cards. Okay. So we have, I have the moon, but when I pulled this, it was in reverse. So what I'm getting with this is that we might not be seeing very clearly this month, Cancer. This is the significator for you, Cancer, in the tarot deck, but because it was upside down, it's like things are very unclear. Things are foggy, right? There may be truths that are hidden that are going to come to light. There may be some deception. Perhaps someone's intentions aren't good or things aren't what they seem. There's definitely some fogginess and some haziness this month for you, Cancer. And what I'm seeing with this Seven of Pentacles is to just be patient. I don't see that you necessarily have to do anything or take any major action this month. Things may resolve themselves. So rather than getting involved or creating more conflict or even getting your ego involved or triggering someone else's ego, just kind of take a step back. Things will resolve themselves. And I've also got King of Cups here, which is a card of emotional mastery. This is someone who feels all the emotions and validates all the emotions, validates their intuition, but they also know not to let their emotions control them, right? The King of Cups is very much in control of his emotions. Highly compassionate person. So what I'm getting with this month for you, Cancer, is to just be mindful of where you're triggered, where it's, you know, yours or someone else's ego that's triggering you, because not everything is as it seems, as it appears. Someone may be triggering you in a deceitful way. You may be yourself deceiving yourself, but things are not clear. The moon is like lack of clarity. There's delusion, there's, you know, not seeing things clearly. So just take a step back this month, try not to get involved, take some time to yourself, try and extend yourself and all those in this situation some compassion. Take the high road and just trust that. I have a feeling once this Mercury station's direct on November 20th, things will get clearer for you. But in the midst of the fogginess, the haziness, just try and take a step back. Don't get involved because it's not going to be good. It's going to be no bueno. You don't want this fox energy in your life. So just take a step back, Cancer, okay? Use this month as a time for rest and reflection. Things will become clearer soon. All right, so that's the water signs. Thank you for watching.